What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, Ace's Place 22, where I'm Ace, and this is my place 22. I thank you guys so much for clicking on this video and watching the video. And if you don't mind, liking the video, subscribing if you haven't already. We're trying to get to 3 trillion subscribers. That's more than anybody has on this platform. I want to have the most. I want to be more than everybody with the less effort. So come on, help a guy out, right? All right, now that we got that out of the way, let's get into the fun of it. This is the toy show video of September 2025. Yes, there is a local toy show in my area, Saratoga, New York. They hold it once a month. It's usually the first Sunday of every month, but there's been holidays here and there on these weekends, so they have pushed it back to this weekend. And what is today? I think today is September 14th, 2025. And this video is going to be up today, September 14th, 2025. And of course, along with me, as sometimes, the kid. She's laying down right now. She's pretty tuckered out. It's been a nice long day for her. But a good chunk of these things are her pickups for the day. Pretty awesome stuff. So let's just get right into it. We are going to take a look at these right here. These are really, besides what else I got, this is it. Just these 3 things here, and then the rest is my kids. So let's take a look. Joe from Delta 17, who represented or was representing Delta 17 at Joe Fest. They have, let me turn these on, all sorts of like little, their own G.I. Joe brand figures. And this is a weapons pack. It's got all sorts of guns and accessories in there. Pretty awesome. I bought this, and the fun thing about this is I am going to be giving this away for the 500 subscriber giveaway video. So if you collect the little, what are they, guys, the 5-inch G.I. Joe style figures, or if these guns will fit any of your characters that you want, this could be something you could win thanks to Delta 17. And then he gave me for free just this little keychain with the bad guy's logo on it of the wolf. Of course, I'm a wolf kind of guy, so I like that one the most. And then I also picked up their, oh geez, there's a heck of a glare, their Delta 17 issue number 1 comic book, War in the Shadows. As a comic book guy, I definitely will read this. Turn it sideways, who cares? I'll definitely read this, and I look forward to it, and I want to help any little toy company like Delta 17, I guess, if I can, right? Why not? They seem like pretty cool people, and whatever. Next up is going to be zoom in. We're going to take a look at these Simpsons figures. Actually, you know what? We're going to take a look at these things out of here in the front. So, when my daughter picked out all these Simpsons characters, they were in one bag for $25. Not my favorite price in the world, but these are all original 1990s Simpson figures or figurines. Some of them are just these little rubber statue style figures. And then there is, I believe, this is one of the original, it wasn't Playmates, maybe it was, Bart Simpson posable action figure in the back, which is really cool. But we'll take a look at those in a minute. Do you want to say anything or no? No? The kid's here, though. And she says hi. Hi. There you go. But when she picked out these Simpsons figures, they were all in one bag. She also showed interest in this really stellar little steel Garfield yo-yo. She is a Garfield fanatic. So she grabbed all the Simpsons, and the lady goes, oh, you're interested in that yo-yo? It's yours. So she gave it to her for free, which we think is really cool. The string is completely intact. She's been playing with it all this afternoon. So that is awesome. And again, like I said, it's a steel one, or tin, whatever you want to consider the metal material. Tin. Tin, yeah. I thought you weren't going to say anything. And then, though, the first thing we bought was these gold mini brands. Gotta have your Frank's Red Hot. I actually bought some of this when we went to the grocery store today.
Is that why you bought it?
No, because the one I usually get's too much money and I'm poor after the toy show. And then there, like I said, the gold Kool-Aid Jammers. Yum. Frank's Red Hot gold container, and she likes this one because she loves this cheese, the Babel. Baby Bell?
Yeah.
Baby Bell. Babel.
Baby Bear.
There should be a space there. Baby Bell cheese. They're just hard plastics. But there was a guy there that had a bunch of bins with very well organized mini brands. They were a little more pricey, but she grabbed those 3 because she really wanted some gold ones. I don't think she has any. She might have 1 or 2. You have the crayon one. And then there's another one I know you got.
I can't remember.
But let's take a look at these Simpsons figures. Now, I don't know a ton about these, so I will look into it, and I'll probably, do an updated video and talk more about the collection at another point. But for now, these are very, very cool. And they might even be worth more than $25. I have no idea. But these 5 here specifically, I'm assuming they all go to one set because they are all the same with the little hole in the bottom. The same branding and look, and they're all camping. They're all in their camping kind of look. You got Marge with her bird book, watching birds while birds are in her hair. Oh, homie. You got Lisa playing her saxophone with a rabbit in there. Strange.
Like, how would you be able to play?
Ooh, it would sound like this. You got Maggie balancing on, you guessed it, guys. Oh, shit, she died. A turtle.
And it looks like she's trying to be really tall because she has her head up.
She is. She's like, I'm a big girl now. She's as tall as the Lisa one.
Lisa.
Cool. And then you got Bart, and he's got to be a pain in the Bart. Look at him wearing his green shirt. This is unusual. We got 3 different Barts here, and they're all wearing different shirts. So you got a Bart wearing his green shirt. He's got a big, heavy backpack. TV on top there, and of course his signature skateboard. So very cool. And like I said, they're like a squishier rubber material or plastic. And then Homer, I like his the most because he's got his dirty stinky sock with a skunk in his boot, and then there's his foot right there. And I just think that looks clever and cool. Reminds me of my grandpa when we would go camping. My grandfather would dress just like this. I'll put these ones aside. And I'll take a look at the other characters. And then this one, this is just Maggie in her own little car. Again, I don't know anything about these toys specifically, but I'm going to look into it because I want to know more. But it's just Maggie with her rubber head, and you can turn it in this car. It doesn't pull back or anything, but it does have wheels. You can slide it around. I like it. I love the colors. We'll take a look at this Bart. It's just a thick, solid rubber Bart right here. I think he was part of a keychain. It looks like somebody might have cut it off at the top, but it's just kind of fun to have. Then we've got Lisa. This is a really cool one. It's a whistle. This is awesome. I mean, it's just cool. Like, I don't have a lot of little statues from my collection of Simpson toys. It's mostly the action figures and like comic books and stuff. But I do have a small little spot up on my shelf where I've been putting those Burger King toys I've gotten, and these will look really great with it. And maybe some of these even were McDonald's or Burger King toys at some point. And we'll take a look at this Bart on his skateboard. He does pop off if you want him to, and it winds up and he scoots right along very, very well. But there you go. He's in his teal shirt, blue shirt, green shirt. And then this one here in his orange shirt. Now his head is a little wobbly. This is for my own personal collection, so I think I'm going to figure out if I can glue that down and just keep it held in one position. But the rest of him is really good. He's not sticky, breaky, bendy, or bendy like this way or nothing. He's got great posability for a figure from 1990. I know my buddy TKD Bar, he's got, I believe, the Nelson one of these. He can let me know if he watches this video in the comment what these things are all about for figures, because they're pretty awesome. But and also get in contact with me because I've got some stuff I want to talk to you about, my friend. But other than that, those are the Simpsons. And now let's take a look at the last bit of what my daughter picked out. Now, we are not Hot Wheels collectors. We don't really know much about Hot Wheels other than, like, the cars look cool. So there are all sorts of Hot Wheels collectors and sellers at this place, and a lot of them are pretty expensive, to be honest with you. But there was one table where they were selling all of their cars for $1 a piece. So, of course, I let my daughter go. All right, Lisa, thanks. I let my daughter, and she had her own money, but I let my daughter pick out whatever car she wanted. She definitely knows next time she's going to get some more. Yes. But this is what she picked out. Now, her collection is not going to be in box. She wants to open these bad boys up and drive them around on the floor downstairs, and I'm all about that. She wants to put them on her little race tracks. She wants to have a good time playing with her toys. And right then and there, more than anything with toy collecting, you got to enjoy what you collect. And she's going to enjoy these, and that makes me very happy that her money is going to go somewhere, worth it. But these cars are pretty cool. Again, we don't know anything about them, but we thought they were pretty rad. This one is like a dinosaur monster.
It's a monster.
Street eaters, that's what they call it. This is a pretty cool car. She's going to open that up on her own time and do her own thing with it. This one is a green grocery cart with the engine inside of it. That's really cool.
And it's gold.
Well, it's not gold. This is the plastic is yellow. It's tinted. The car's not gold. That's going to be silver when you open it up. And same with this one. This is like a Formula 1 car. This is really cool. I dig this one quite a bit. And then she grabbed this monster one, which Hot Rod series. This is a cool one. Look at that thing with that cool monster on the front. And then you got like the eyes that kind of look like the cab and stuff. Very cool cars. And then for my buddy Seafrost, because I know he's collecting these Hot Wheels, the other day I picked him up this one. It's a cool pink one. I was hoping to find him this one today, but I could not find this one. This is my personal one. A guy had two Simpsons pink sedans, but he wanted $25 a piece for it, and I was like, no thanks. So, on the dollar table, I got my buddy this gold Batmobile from the animated series. This is usually, I have this one, and I have it in the regular color. It's like a dark purple. I love this Batmobile. It's my favorite one. So to see it in gold, and I know he's a Batman fan, I picked this up for him. So there you go. And now, we're pretty much coming to an end. Will you hit the lights over there, Bear? With this video, we got a pretty good deal on all these, I think. What is it? 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 40, $45 for all these toys. Yeah, I guess that's okay deal, right? $45 for all that. But folks, this right here, I'll tell you the gist of it. We're not going to get into it. We're not going to be opening everything and digging through it in this video. But there was a younger kid, and his father that were selling all sorts of toys. They had tons and tons of stuff. But underneath the table, my kiddo found this bin, which was full of Ninja Turtle figures. Not these bags of cars and vehicles and stuff, but it was full of the action figures. And it ranges from the figures from 88 or 89 all the way up to like 2015, I think. Maybe 2012. Either way, there's a ton. And it's good stuff. It's good stuff in there. Asked him, what the prices were on things. It was an amazing deal. He asked if I was interested in the tote or the whole bin, and I said, depending on the price. He dropped $60 for all of it. And I said, oh my Lord, 60. Folks, we just spent 50 or 45 on all of that. Right? It's simple stuff. $60 for a bin that's this full of action figures. Oh my Lord. Then I saw all the vehicles. And I said, oh, how much for the vehicles? And they're all individually priced. There's $5 on this one. There was $12 on this one. This is part of the pizza thrower. The top of it's in here. There's look at this little puzzle. $3 on just that little puzzle. So everything was individually priced. He threw it in there for $30, all the vehicles. So $90 in the bin. All of these Ninja Turtle things. This is by far the best deal I think I've ever gotten at a toy show. These are the the ones that I've been collecting. These are majority of what are in this bin from that series and that era. So I am super, super excited to dig through these with my kid, see what's in here, and then do another video. That's right, another video for Turtle Tuesday. This is what you're getting, folks. So stay tuned. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been our trip to September's 2025 toy show. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see them where?
In the next one.
Bingo.